Hey, Johnny Beane here. I would just like to remind everybody this is also a podcast. You can ask Siri, "Hey, play the Johnny Beane podcast" on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn is another one, Google Podcast, and Amazon Music is the newest addition to the Johnny Beane podcast collection. So make sure to follow and listen to these episodes as podcasts as well. So, welcome everybody. Leave a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel. And where are we? Here we go. Thank you, false flag. Where is this? Hey now, welcome everybody. Welcome. Here we are. Well, here I am. Everybody, welcome. It's Straturday Night Live. This is a show. If you're brand new, this is where we talk about rock music, guitars. I mean, basically anything, but it's very rock music based. A lot of Van Halen. So, hey, welcome everybody. Jay is here, it looks like, or he will be here in a second. Paul is on the phone. He'll be here as well. But first of all, let me say thank you to False Flag. Thank you so much for all your support, man. And if you're wondering what that is right there, that's a super chat. And any support to the channel in these shows changes the color of my lights. The color of the super chat coordinates with the color of my lights in the guitar moire right there. So if you'd like to help support the show, support the channel here. Where's the card? There we go. Any super chats will change the color of my lights. There you go. Right there. Right there. False Flag, thank you so much, man. Oh, by the way, False Flag has something he wants me to show. By the way, there's a phone number down here, 415-952-3263. Text in a photo of a selfie while you're watching the show. Send them in. I will show them. And actually, False Flag just sent a photo right here. There we go. Very cool, man. He's got his kid and his guitar. Right there. Awesome picture, man. Oh, look at that. David Scher. Hello. Hello from... You live in Phoenix? I used to live in Phoenix. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, man. All right. Let's say hello to our executive producers here on Johnny Beane TV. If I can find the card. So I'm going to have to take that out for a second, David. Executive producers here on Johnny Beane TV on the YouTube channel are Charles Green, Stephen Franklin, Joe Christian, Michael B., Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, Bent Tom, The Chad, Dave Ennis, James Gum, Jarhead Rock, Wayno, Michael Smith, Andy Carson, John Moronic, Jim Roy Hawkins, Majestic PB and J Cat, Mike Neese, R Habs, Lenny Lou and Mary, False Flag, and Steve Carmichael. That is the top tier of channel membership here on Johnny Beane TV. If you'd like to become a channel member, click that join button. It's right below the 22 thumbs ups currently here on the video. We got 47 watching, 51 watching total, because we're also live on Facebook, Johnny Beane TV Facebook page. Or if I open the window, I can see who's watching from over there. We got Sharon Wilddollar watching. Feel the new vibe. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sharon, for watching, for keeping the Facebook chat going. So yeah, we're live on Facebook as well. You can follow me over there. And if you'd like to help support the shows over on Facebook, there's Facebook Stars, which are a digital gift that helps in the production of these shows. We might be live in the Van Halen group as well. I'm not sure. StreamYard and Facebook groups really aren't getting along these days. So either we're live in there through Facebook, or the YouTube link is in there definitely, because I posted it a couple hours ago. Steve Carmichael, hey man, he's over on Facebook. Good to see you, man. So yeah, the Van Halen group. If you liked Van Halen, this is the place you want to be. Johnny Beane TV. I've got the second largest Van Halen group on Facebook, over 62,000 members. And we are called Van Halen 1974 to 2020. So we allow all eras of Van Halen. We love it all. And that's just how it is. And like I said at the top of the show, this is also a podcast. You can actually ask Siri to play the Johnny Beane podcast over on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Podcast, Amazon Music, SoundCloud is actually where the podcast is based. I'm also a SoundCloud rapper. Thank you so much. And as I was saying, the newest edition is Amazon Music, which is a pretty big deal. So if you like, if you're on Amazon Music, I think if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually get the podcast over there as well. And if you happen to subscribe to me over on Twitch, if you have a Amazon Prime membership, you can subscribe for free. And I play Grand Theft Auto over on Twitch Tuesday through Friday, 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 Pacific. And actually, maybe later tonight, once we're done here, I might jump over there and do some stuff. So, let me see. Let me say hello. Keith Campbell, thank you. Thank you, man. Let's see. Who do we have? Or I'll do this. Oh, wait, don't do that. Sorry, guys, I'm new to this. I just started doing this literally a couple, just about 8 minutes ago. Okay, I want to do that. There we go. All right, let's see who's in the chat tonight. Who do we have? We got Leo Safco. We got somebody, the number, I don't know about that, man. Nightbot is here, and if you guys are wondering, if you're on here on YouTube, yeah, Rico B, thank you, man. I'm trying, man. Watching here on YouTube, the live chat over there. Okay, you'll see a name in the chat that says Nightbot. That is me. That is basically, that's a bot that helps me run these shows. So any links that Nightbot puts out into the chat, it's all good, and it's all places I would like you to check out, visit. Like, I'm sure we'll talk about this tonight. But here we go. Here's Nightbot in action right here. And yeah, we'll definitely talk about this tonight. If it hopefully it comes up. I literally added it. So maybe it won't. Should. I don't know. Anyway, we had a great show last night. We can talk about that. And if you guys missed it, you'll have to, after we're done here, you're going to have to watch it. You're going to have to watch. We had Brad Tolinski and Chris Gill, authors of Eruption, Conversations with Eddie Van Halen, a brand new book that actually comes out October 5th, I believe is the date. And I read the book. The book is great. a lot of great stuff in there. And if you guys are fans of Guitar World magazine, you may know of Brad and Chris for some of their articles within Guitar World, their interviews, especially with Eddie Van Halen. And actually, the latest issue of Guitar World actually has a really great article on Eddie's Frankenstein guitar, and that was written by Chris Gill. And it's awesome. Here's a picture of Chris at 5150 holding the actual Frankenstein. So anyway, we had a great show last night. We'll talk about that tonight. And it was great. It was amazing. So anyway, Keith Campbell, thank you again, man. All right, so let's see who was actually in the who is watching. Actually, say hi in the chat. Say hello, or let us know where you're watching from. I'll start off. Let's see, how do you spell Santa? Santa Cruz. All right. I misspelled it. Crap. Oh, hey, Paul's here. Hey, man.
Hi, guys.
Hey, welcome. Oh, by the way, yeah, there is no John Biel tonight, if anybody was wondering.
Yeah, it's amazing because this is John Biel's Straturday Night Live, and he's not here. So Jay will be asking all of the questions for the entirety of the show.
Yeah.
Is Jay here? Jay's not here.
He's here, but I haven't seen him. John Biel. Oh, wait, John Biel's not here.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, Johnny, are you on an island? Are you doing this yourself? Fuck this. I want to see how this works.
Oh,
I want to see how Johnny Beane does John Biel's Straturday Night Live.
Oh,
Jay,
man.
don't say a word.
Well, then we might as well leave then.
I taught John Biel. You know, I thought I taught him pretty good. You know.
Yeah, you taught him so well. You basically handed him the microphone and walked away and had dinner. Took a nap, fed the chickens.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Huh?
Nothing. I got nothing.
What? Oh no, you're muted.
We can't hear Jay. He's muted.
We might never see John Biel again.
There you are.
Oh, that would suck.
That would suck.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a great one. Keith Campbell, Jay and Silent Paul. That's a good move. Nords, smoking joints, drinking beers. By the way, in celebration of Straturday Night Live, I brought out Super Straturday Night Live.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. We're going with the Super Strat.
Nice.
Little green meanie action.
I don't think we've seen that one yet.
No, you haven't. There are 36 of these guitars on the planet, and I own 2 of them. This is a Grover Jackson custom. Grover handmade these. This is obviously a tribute to the original Jackson that he gave Steve Vai when Steve Vai went out to go out on tour with Alcatraz. And it was originally actually a Sunburst Charvel, which is what the original guitar was a Sunburst Charvel, and then Vai painted it that neon, this Steve Vai green, which doesn't really pop as well on camera, but it's the Steve Vai green color that everybody loves. And then he put all the stickers and shit on it that we've seen over the years. But he when Grover started making guitars again under his GJ2 banner, he started making limited run guitars, and this is one of only 36. He did 12 for the United States, 12 for Europe, and 12 for Asia. And I have 2 of them.
Damn, the band Asia got 12 of them?
Yes, 12
How many
of them.
guitarists do they have, for crying out loud?
It doesn't matter. They changed 14 guitars in one song.
They just got them
All
lined
those.
up on guitar stands in front of the stage, and they just go guitar to guitar.
Yeah. So the cool part about the guitar is that the neck is actually based on Grover's jig, the jig that he did in all of his original Charvel guitars. And if you notice, the headstock is very similar to the Friedman because these were done before Grover started working for Friedman. So of the
Yeah, I see it. The outline of
See the outline there? Now, the
Yeah.
Friedman guitars, I think, are dark on the top part of the headstock, and then it says Friedman on the bottom, or vice versa. But Grover Jackson did these before he started to do guitars for Friedman. You will not see many of these around. And again, this one has a nice little chip in the paint somewhere. I forget where it is. Oh, here, tiny little chip on the top of the. See it right there?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all right. When you're playing, you can't.
You
whatever.
can't see it. Yeah,
You know,
Makes it cool.
You know what? When I see a guitar with a single coil in the middle position, you know what it makes me want to do?
Play it.
That.
Oh yeah. Drop it. Just drop it all the way down.
Yeah, it's got
this one is.
That's right in my wheelhouse, man. It's right there.
This is fairly low off the strings.
Oh
too.
God, I get anxiety just looking at that.
Yeah. So the guitar itself is the neck is based on the original Charvel jig that of all the classic Charvels that Grover made back in the day, and the pickups are hand wound by him as well. They're called habanero pickups, and they're hand wound by Grover.
Oh, so they're hot.
Yes, this is a very, very cool guitar. Original Floyd on it, and just a super cool guitar. And the two that I have are in serial number sequence, which I love.
Really?
Yeah, there are 36 of them, and I have 29 and 30.
Wow.
Wait a minute. So you have two of those. Are they identical?
Yeah.
Do they feel the same?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, every guitar feels different, but because of the wood. But yes, the dimensions, like the necks, feel exactly the same because they're based on
at the same time.
Because they're both based on the same jig.
Giggity. Do you ever get them mixed up, or because of that chip in the back? That's how you.
Yeah,
know.
The chip in the back is the big and the serial number is right on the headstock.
Oh, that's right. They're different serial numbers.
The serial numbers are right on the headstock, so I know which one's which.
That's what I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
Can anybody see that box right there?
Wait, no.
Another one?
Yep.
Oh,
what, you're returning another guitar?
Yes, I am.
oh
Jesus
crap.
Christ, man!
Why even try?
Yep.
What was
You
it?
should have been a bass player, man.
Should I show it now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we're the only ones here tonight, man.
Yeah, no one else is coming to the show, so you're gonna have to fill for 3 hours.
I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be slow. I'll be right back.
Hey, Jay.
Yes.
Hey, what if we both quit the show tonight and Johnny is just stuck to do this for the next 2 hours and 42 minutes?
That's fine. That sounds good to me. I'd like to see that guitar first.
Wow.
Hello. I can't. That's.
Go ahead, Johnny. Entertain.
I can't believe. I can't believe
you can't finish a sentence.
As long as I've known him,
I can't believe it's not butter.
Pretty much every guitar that you've ever got, almost. Besides that yellow one behind you, maybe.
The gem.
That gem's awesome.
The yellow RG7, the orange Satriani. I kept the purple Satriani, but I sold it to Nesdal.
Who?
What other guitar? Have I kept any other ones? The Ivory Wolfgang. I still have that. I sold the striped Wolfgang to Paul. Yeah, but I've sent a booty load back, and this one's going back too.
You've gotten a lot of guitars before. Wow.
I didn't even know you had that one.
I just got it today.
And so you've owned. Why are you sending it back?
Look at that.
It is kind of a cool fretboard.
Oh, that's weird.
Are there mother of pearl or is it fake mother of pearl?
Well, these it's a handmade guitar. This company out of Japan. I guess it's the guy that used to either run or work in the Jackson custom shop.
It's funny because the headstock looks like a Schecter.
No, don't confuse it with a Schecter. I'm not a fan of the Schecter headstocks. This one's cool. It's like the Devil's Tail or something it's called. But no, it's actually a good guitar, but not $3,100 good.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
And it's small too. Like I don't know if you could tell the body size. Like
it does look Nuno-y.
Yeah, it's thinner too. Like look at this. Ready?
It looks like a 3/4.
Look at that.
What's in it for pickups?
Their own pickups, which I'm not a fan of the bridge pickup. But these two actually sounded good. You know,
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why did you buy that guitar?
I've heard nothing but great things about them. Ibanez right now doesn't have anything that I'm interested in. You know, everybody thinks that they know what companies should do. If Ibanez hired me, I'd play more of their guitars. No, they need a little they need a little more I don't know. They need to do something else with their RG line, in my opinion. So
yeah, bring back the original RG 550s.
Well, they do. They have the Genesis, the Sega Genesis ones. That's which are cool. But like you know, they have different lines like the AZ line now that has like the roasted maple and all of that stuff. Like the RGs still don't have roasted maple. Like little things like that. You know, the cool colors coming back. Like you know, the gems or the not even the gems. The Pias. They're only making the white ones now. Last year they had, or the black one too. They have this year as well. But you know, they had the pink and the green and the gold one last year.
I think the Pias are hideous.
I'm not a fan of them either.
I think they're hideous. I don't know why he did away with the gem.
So the Pias would sell. That's why.
I think they're cool. No, I'm kidding.
It's the gold too. The gold hardware to me is just so gaudy. Like,
well, there's gold on the gem. There's gold on the.
I know,
and
I'm
the Gem
I'm
7.
not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of the gold on those, man. That's cool on like an older classic guitar type of thing, like a different type of guitar. Not the sports car guitars. I don't want to see gold hardware, you know, on that type of guitar.
It's interesting. I like the gold on the Gem 7. I don't like it on any other ones. I think that one guitar, because it's the white, you know, it's the pearl white with the pearloid and the amazing, you know, the mother of pearl, you know, tree of life vine and all the whole deal. Plus that's his top of the line signature guitar. So I can see where you make that one kind of elegant, like the Les Paul Ebony Custom with the gold hardware. Like there's one guitar I think that works on, and I think on that one it does. On any other one, it doesn't work. But I know what you're saying about gold guitars are elegant. You know, gold hardware is elegant, and these are not elegant guitars. They're sports cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Renus Pinkle wants to know why am I sending it back? Okay. Like I said, it actually plays really well, really nice. It's got a shower trim, which is actually really, really good. Like I actually prefer it over a Floyd. It's awesome. But the neck is a little, I couldn't believe it was this
fat.
Yeah. And it's round. And like I said before, it's small. It's like a compact, it's obviously not 3/4, but it's definitely small. Like I felt it too when I was playing. I was like, this thing is tiny.
So did they build that to your specs?
No, this was you know, it's a production line guitar. It's the Dellinger Prominence, I guess. But again, like it plays fine, but like I said, it's an expensive guitar.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's not worth you know, I was going back and forth between this and the Gem, and every time I pick up the Gem, it's like this is better. Like it just plays better.
Well, the Gem is the greatest Super Strat ever built.
Yeah, but again, these are handmade guitars. You know, the Gem isn't a handmade guitar. So,
but Fujigen doesn't fuck around when they make guitars.
No, they don't. I agree. Yeah, Keith, what's up, man?
Keith Campbell, there you are, man.
The Gems are still being made. Can't Drive 55, but they're being made in Indonesia. You can't get a Japanese Gem anymore.
Nope.
The Gems are now the premium or prestige. I don't know which one is the
premium is the lower
Yeah, so they're gem. It's now the gem. I think it's Gem VWHP, which is Gem
Premium.
V White Premium. Yeah, and that they're Indonesian, and they've already broken the ceiling. They're getting you to pay Japanese gem prices for Indonesian gems.
Well, I think it's more like Japanese RG prices for an Indonesian gem. That's kind of like because you can get that yellow RG7 I have is like you can buy it for like 16 or 1700 bucks. It's an amazing guitar, and it's a Japanese made Ibanez.
Yeah, see, my Gem 505 is essentially an RG 550.
Yeah,
with a lion's claw and the monkey grip.
Yep,
but it's essentially the same guitar,
and it's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
False flag. I don't think I've ever played one of those guitars.
I know of the PV Predator. I've never heard of a Charvel Predator.
See, I don't know if I'd buy a guitar called a Predator nowadays. It's like, how to catch a predator type of stuff. Like, I don't.
Why don't you have a seat right there,
Chris Hansen?
We found it,
and there's no hard case with this. It comes with a soft case, which is
for $3,100. What the fuck?
It's a what is it? Reunion Blues. I guess it's a really nice soft case, but again, I want a hard case with a guitar, man.
$3,100, man. That's
here's what I really want. I want a J Custom Ibanez. I want a 7-string, but I would take a 6-string as well. My issue with those is that friggin' Tree of Life. I don't want it except if it's on the floral gem. You know what I mean? I don't want it on that. Like the pyramid inlays are the coolest.
You should have bought my 505 when I was selling it.
Nah. And stainless frets. Yeah, I would prefer that as well. Again, I think Ibanez really needs to step up their J Custom line with just stainless frets.
The J Hannon custom line.
Roasted maple fretboard and roasted maple neck. Just Ibanez, give me a call.
Call that number right on the screen right now.
No, call mine. Oh, I have an.
No, call that number on the screen so Johnny can get something free and Jay can work for it. Jay can do all the effort, can put all the effort in, and Johnny will get all the glory.
Somebody call that number right now.
I have an unbagging tonight, from Kurt 5150, who I think's in the chat. So, yeah, that should be fun.
So wait a minute. So you got that guitar today?
Yeah, about 12:45 today.
Jesus. James Stewart, by the way, joining us late. It's a Grover Jackson. He's asking about the Strat. Sorry.
Yep.
Less than 12 hours, Jay. What the fuck?
Oh, I knew within 4 hours that I was returning it.
Did you know the second you picked it up and tried it? That's how you normally wouldn't in the chat, wouldn't you? The second you pick up an instrument that you kind of know, like,
you can tell,
or there's something kind of weird.
But I wanted to give it. I wanted to play it for a while because obviously you're used to playing a certain guitar for so long. Of course something's going to feel different, and I was like, okay, it feels different. Doesn't obviously sound as good. It's not even as resonant as the Gem. Which as soon as that happens, I'm out anyway. Especially for that type of guitar and that price, that thing better sing when you strum, and it doesn't. So
$3,100 is a lot of money for a guitar that you're not happy with. I get it.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, Sweetwater's got to be. When I call them Monday, they're going to be like, again.
They might stop selling to you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Wayno, that's funny, man. I just put a poll in the chat. And... Thank you, Wayno.
We God forbid we actually talk guitars on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Do they charge for shipping? Well, I'm an idiot because I'm very impulsive. And this guitar and the Martin Miller one that I got, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, both of them shipped out on Friday and I wanted it overnighted. So I split Saturday shipping with Sweetwater. So I think I paid a total between those two guitars, having them overnighted for Saturday shipping. I dropped $80 total.
I wonder if the rep at Sweetwater has a bottle of gin in his desk, and every time your number shows up on his caller ID, he's just like, shot. It's this asshole again.
Well, I know that I noticed when I worked out the deal for this one, I didn't get as big of a discount as I have in the past. So that's probably why they're like, wait a minute, this dude is he sent back like 6 guitars over the past year and a half or something. We can't, so.
Wow.
But the guitar manager there is awesome. I've spoken to him on the phone a bunch of times, and he's told me before, he's like, dude, if you get a guitar and you don't like it, we will send you guitars until you're happy with one. And I know sometimes they just say that to kind of like get you to feel nice, but hey, I'm not sending back $250 guitars. I'm sending back stuff that,
Do they pay the shipping?
Frig, yeah, they pay the shipping.
So send that one. Did you get that one from them? Send it back and have them send another one. Or you just don't like the guitar?
No. There's the neck profile I'm not a fan of. The size of the body I'm not a fan of. I didn't know it was that small. Oh, and another thing. The only guitar that I'm okay with this is
the Gem?
No, is the Wolfgang, where the arch top, where it doesn't have the forearm, that doesn't have that. But
yeah.
that's the same thing. It's a slightly arched top, and it doesn't have the forearm cut. And that to me is big. Like, I need that.
That right there, that beveling of the body.
Yep, it's so comfortable,
Yeah, no, once you don't even realize your arm is sitting on it,
Exactly. I just like comfortable guitars. So these strings are so dead. Oh well. Yeah, these friggin' necks, dude. So great. So great. So anyway,
I love gems.
Hey, Mitch.
If I'm a fan of maple fretboards now, whether it's roasted or just plain maple. I wish Vi would come out with just a couple different variations, even if it was a Pia. Have his one with the white or the black that has the gold with the rosewood fretboard or whatever. But then have one with a maple fretboard with different inlays. Like, do some different stuff, man. You're Steve Vai. You're their flagship artist for their company. Let's get a couple different models, a couple different versions of that model. Not everybody likes exactly what that is,
Yeah, but it's a signature guitar, so the signature guitar, he wants it to be what he plays.
Yeah, I know. Well, do the thing like with Wolfgang, with Wolfgang guitars. Have the, like Eddie Van Halen had the signatures, the two, the stealth signature and the ivory signature, and then have a line that's the same quality, but just different options on them, different finishes, different color hardware. God damn it.
I think.
So there's only one Pia, right?
Well, right now they got the black and the white,
but there's no
there's none of the multicolored ones. No, there's no. All the imports are the are the gems.
I mean, lower.
And there's really only one gem now.
Yeah,
I think
the white one.
It's just the Gem 7.
Yep. And again, the RG line, it's probably their best-selling line, most popular.
Well, yeah.
But again, they don't have, they're not doing those I don't want to say modern options, but all the other options that other guitar companies are doing and other lines under Ibanez are doing with the, like I said, the roasted maple and the stainless frets.
See, I think the roasted maple to me in the guitar world is similar to the black powder coating in the motorcycle world. It's a fad. It's going to come and it's going to go.
Dude, have you played a guitar with a roasted maple neck and fretboard?
I own one.
Oh my god!
I own one. I had a Chicago the Charvel DK24. It was great. Dude, I loved it. It was a great guitar. I just didn't need it because the roasted neck on that didn't feel better than this neck, didn't feel better than the Gem, didn't feel better than my G&L. So I was like, all right, well, it's nice. It feels nice, but it doesn't feel appreciably better than this. So when I had to get
there's actually a more of a reason than just aesthetics. Like it takes the majority of the moisture out of the neck.
Yep.
So you're going to have not as much movement with weather change and stuff like that.
Well, trust me, living in Arizona takes the moisture out of the neck anyway. we actually have to have humidifiers. Like you gotta have a humidifier in your house to keep you, because these things dry out and they recede and you get the fret sprout. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. So yeah, you have to. I mean, my house is 75 degrees, 365 days a year.
Oh my goodness. I don't know somebody just sent this picture in. I don't know who sent this, but look at this.
That's Zims. So Dane is coming on the show, is what you're saying.
And now. No, he's not. I don't know who sent this in.
Well, that's Dane's shop.
Yeah.
That picture was taken right there from the shop.
How many of those, Paul, did you return?
None of the guitars in that picture have I ever owned.
Yet.
No, there's one or two that I like, but not on that wall. The stuff in front, on the rack in front, is his really cheap stuff. Beginner guitar stuff. The stuff on the upper wall there, upper rack, is usually Fender stuff, mostly Squire. And then the rack below it is going to be his Korean stuff, one-offs and stuff like that. And the closer to the front of the store you get, the better the guitars are.
You mean the closer to the front door?
Yeah.
The more expensive guitars are closer to the front where you can grab it.
So that when he's in the back working in the shop, you could just grab one and go to the door.
Grab and go.
Yeah, it's a good smash and grab one.
The most expensive ones. Okay, I still don't know who you are, but they just sent this in saying that they had sent that picture. That they are watching us.
What guitar? Can't tell.
Looks like it's a Charvel.
Nice. Oh, he's got the lunch box. That's nice.
Yeah, I like that.
1x12, right?
112. Nice fireplace. It looks like.
And yes, I've sent back 2 guitars with roasted maple fretboards. Or necks, I guess I should say. One was the Petrucci JP15, which I actually loved. It just wouldn't stay in tune. I loved everything about it. Sounded great. It felt great. It played great. It just didn't stay in tune. Well, what happened? Jay, is the comparison the Michael Romeo model? No, the Michael Romeo model is white.
This picture, who sent this? That was funny.
Without any inlays, and it's got a DiMarzio. I think it's got a
John Biel.
Oh, it's got DiMarzio pickups.
You're okay.
Or whatever. Yes. Oh, that's the whatchamacallit?
You
cheap foam green one.
You can't. There we go.
Nice.
I see you.
Peekaboo.
I would love to have an actual green Mini Charvel, but this is the best the closest I'm going to get to it. And it's, you know, handmade by Grover. So, and he's not making guitars anymore. So
Is Big Bird making basses?
yes, Big Bird makes basses.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, that's Johnny's idea of creative content.
The Big Bird model.
He's done. He's done now. Johnny's made his joke. He's made his joke for the night. You can go have your dinner now. Just shut off the camera, walk away. Jay's got this.
I already had dinner. Speaking of food, but the problem though is I had these breakfast tacos, and they had
Tacos.
They had jalapenos. Well, it was like eggs, like breakfast, you know, eggs and jalapenos. My stomach's been burning all day.
Has the toilet been burning?
Horribly. Just the
toilet is burning.
It hurts.
It's a little docking for you.
I'm still listening.
Listening to what?
Docking.
Are you? I just bought Up from the Ashes today on CD. I didn't own it. His solo record, the one with John Norum on it.
I actually listened to that a couple days ago in the car.
I've never listened to it.
It's pretty damn good.
That's look, I like John Norum. I don't like Europe, but I like John Norum as a guitar player. So
yeah, it's a really, really good album. I mean, it doesn't have the you know, and you, Paul, obviously you say it all the time, the whole chemistry thing.
Yeah.
But it's good. Don't get me wrong. Like I listen to the album and I'm like, virtually every song. There's a couple songs on there where I skip. But there's a lot of really, really good songs on there. But there's just something about, you know, Lynch with Dokken back then, you know, that you can't, you know.
It's funny because I own the KXM records, and that's a great example of, you would think on paper that band should be awesome, and it's not. I want it to be great, and it's not. And I keep trying to want it to be great, kind of like Van Halen 3.
Yeah.
You want it to be great, and it's just not.
I like it.
For those that don't know what for those that don't know what KXM is essentially a super group. It's George Lynch on guitar, Ray Luzier from Korn and David Lee Roth Band and a bunch of other things, Army of Anyone, Ray Luzier, George Lynch, and Doug Pinnick.
Yeah.
And you would think with those three players, that band can't possibly suck. I'm here to tell you, sometimes it sucks.
Yeah, I remember that when that came out, I was pumped. And then I remember the first single / video came out, and I was like, what the hell? I was like,
I mean, and I still own them, and I still, because I'm a huge Doug Pinnick fan, and I love George Lynch, and I love Ray Luzier. So I'm like, all right, I gotta maybe. Kind of like I was doing this the other day. I was listening to like some of the new metal that I didn't listen to back in the day. You know, Limp Bizkit, Korn, some, you know, I still don't like Deftones. I still don't like Cold Chamber. I still don't like a lot of that stuff. But Limp Bizkit, I went back and listened to on shuffle the other day, and I was like, wow, I really like some of these songs. Korn, same thing. Really like some of these songs. I'm hoping that, you know, in a year or two, I'll go back and put those KXM records on and go and hear something I didn't hear originally. But I'm not optimistic.
Well, have you checked out Lynch's solo record that just came out?
Nope.
I listened to it the other day, and after about 4 or 5 songs, I was like, he must have been listening to a lot of like Rage Against the Machine when he was.
Well, he did that.
Record.
He had on that Smoke This record. He did that too. Remember when there was a Lynch Mob record that was like new metal rap rock, and it was awful.
Yeah, it's a lot of the drum beats, you know, the do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do. I'm like, oh my god, this drum beat again. Like 2 out of the first 3 songs has like the same groove and drum beat in the bird. I'm like, oh, you know, like
there's a drum machine.
Nobody is the same guitarist they were 10, 15, 20, 30. You know,
I am.
As your taste changed, you know, a lot of what you listen to seeps into what you're writing. It is what it is, unless you don't listen to anything, you know? So I get it. He's not the same hard rock guitar player that he was back in, you know, the mid to late 80s, early 90s, you know?
Right.
But again, I was excited to hear his new solo record, and I just didn't like it.
Well, I felt that way when Sacred Groove came out. I thought Sacred Groove was
first song is great, right?
Yeah,
the first song, and that was it.
And the one that he did, and the one that Ray Gillen's on, because Ray Gillen is, everything Ray Gillen touches is gold or ends up infected.
Oh my God.
What? I'm not wrong. I love Ray. He's arguably Ray might be my favorite singer of the era, and one of my favorite singers of all time. He made a lot of bad decisions, man. It sucks.
So I don't know. I mean, when you listen to those, like Back for the Attack and stuff like that, like Lynch's playing is as close as you can get to, the whole falling off the rails thing. Like it had so much energy and aggressiveness for not being heavy metal. At the time, I'm sure it was like, oh, this is heavy metal, but you listen to it now, it's hard rock.
Well, his tone, because he and Warren DeMartini are so close as friends, they were almost identical in tone. It was that Jackson through Laney tone, that became, signature of his. There are only two guys that have that sound, and it was those two guys. Warren DeMartini and George Lynch. You knew those guys the minute you heard them based upon just the guitar tone. The minute you hear the beginning of Kiss of Death or the first notes of Burning Like a Flame, that's George Lynch. And I think that's both a good thing and a bad thing, because when you have a signature tone like that and then you get away from it, a lot of people don't dig it.
Fernando Riley, thank you, man. Fernando on Facebook says excellent interview last night about the book guys.
Yeah, Jay did a fantastic job.
Oh my God,
great job, Jay. You were like it's almost like you know how to do this for a living. Johnny, what happened to you? What where'd you go?
I was asleep.
I mean, when the guest even says, "Hey, Johnny, you going to ask me a question?" You should probably have a question ready.
And you read the book.
No, I read the book.
No, he didn't. I bet he didn't read the book.
Nah, I did. Well,
I bet you didn't.
I skimmed it. I mean, I sat here. I have a PDF of it. So I sat here and I scrolled through it, and a lot of the stuff that I knew, I saw it. I was like, and then there really was a lot of cool parts that we have never heard before. And
never.
Yeah. That's right, Leo. But yeah, again, get the book. Get the book. It's #1 on Amazon. Pre-ordered. And those guys, they'll definitely come back. We talked. They're
going to Jay's house.
We talked for like a couple hours, like before and after the show, like not even the show. Like we talked like before for a long time, then after for a long time. And so there you go. There's the link to get the book.
Where the hell did my
Craven Soda says, I thought Lynch played Soldano. Lynch played Soldano on the first, probably the second Lynch Mob as record as well. But I know on whatchamacallit, Back for the Attack, he was using a Marshall. Somebody went over his rig that he was using back in those days. So
hi, Larry.
he was using Randall at some point as well, and maybe the Laney stuff. I don't even know, but who knows? A lot of guys, they might be using something live, and then when they're in the studio, they use different stuff. The producer might be like, "Hey, let's try this amp."
Yeah, but that tone is definitely Jackson Laney tone. Whatever they used to approximate it. The first time I ever heard it was a Jackson direct into a Laney. That crunch. He
does interviews talking about what amps he used and cabs and stuff for different records and things. So
yeah. And look at this. Look at Lemmy is just trying to get all kinds of attention.
Gary Bucknoff, he says, I wish I could afford an SLO 100 right now. Dude, you got to try the Neural DSP plugin. It is phenomenal. It really is. Try it. You can download it, the demo for 14 days. Guarantee you'll buy it.
Lynch is an ESP guy. He's not an ESP guy now. I mean, Jesus, he's playing Gibsons. He's playing Tellys. I mean, he's playing wherever he wants right now. It's funny. As everybody gets older, they end up with a Telly or a Les Paul. As they age into those guitars. It's definitely an old guy guitar. For whatever reason, you start off with your super strats and all that stuff, and then as you get older, for whatever reason, I guess it's an age thing. 20-year-olds with a Les Paul don't look quite as cool as a 60-year-old with a Les Paul.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. I can't read it. Whatever it says. Oh, it's got a fever. Really, a cowbell joke? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 60. I'm actually 58. But I would take a Telly myself. That's what I like.
I would take one just to use for recording and stuff like that. But as far as like playing one as my main guitar or whatever, I'm not old enough, I guess.
I have the first year. I think I have two guitars that do it. I have a classic, a Les Paul Classic. The newer ones do this, and then the Les Paul Traditional Pro is the first one with the coil taps on it. So you got the two humbuckers, and you tap them single, you get telly tones out of it. Mm. You can't get Strat tones, but you can get telly tones because you got that. They're not out of phase. Although you can, I think there's an out of phase button on or pot on the 19 Classics, but on the older Traditional Pros, it's just a coil tap. So telly tones you can get out of a Les Paul, which is cool, and a little bit fatter. Because of that maple top.
Vistalite mentions Metallica on the Stern and Kimmel show, and he mentions Lars was playing his Black Album signature snare, and Kirk was playing his Gibsons. Now, here's the thing about his Black.
He was playing the Peter Green, wasn't he?
His Black Album signature snare. It's not. Like the snare drum Lars used on the Black Album was made out of bell brass, and if they made that now, it'd be like $1,500 at least.
Yeah, so Lars can have one of those.
Yeah, well, of course Lars can, but Tama is making a limited number of Black Album snare drums, and it's not like I don't know what the hell,
Well, that's like when Gibson made the Ace Frehley Budokan signature model. It was nothing like the Budokan guitar that Ace Frehley had. Ace Frehley's Budokan was based on a 1974 Les Paul Custom, which had a pancake body, binding, custom binding, the whole deal. And they didn't do that. They basically only bound the top of it. It didn't have an ebony fretboard. It wasn't a pancake body. It didn't have the volute up on the headstock, but they still called it that model. It's like, well, no. Yeah. If you're going to call it a signature with the snare or with a guitar or anything like that, it'd be like doing the Gem and not doing it to his specs or the Frankenstrat mm-hmm. without doing it to those specs.
Unless they played it after that. If they started using that.
Yeah, but if it's based off of that original one, like I know the Gem isn't exact to what it was with the 30th anniversary. Like the pickups are different.
Yeah, it doesn't have the Evos.
They have a volute on here. The original didn't, but they do that because they don't want it, cracking or whatever.
Because it's such a thin neck now.
Yeah. But other than that, you want it to be as close as possible, to what the original was. So,
I mean, that's what they're doing now with the Gibson Custom Shop is doing that with their, 58, 59, and 60 Les Paul reissues. They've basically gone back and they're using the old glue, the original glue that they used back in the 50s and 60s. They've created that compound again, and they're using the same. They've gone and they've molded the same plastic, which is more expensive than the usual stuff that they get stamped out, and they're trying to make it as period correct as possible. Obviously, the wood is going to be what it's going to be, and they basically took one of Joe Bonamassa's 59s and grab scan the whole thing, and they make it as close as they can to those specs with modern, manufacturing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Dynamite drop in, Johnny. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, there you are, man. Alan. Alan Garber.
Keith Campbell, the Budicons were made in 2012, 2013, and they were unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, they have rich light fretboards instead of the ebony. There are people who don't like rich light. If I didn't tell you it was rich light, you wouldn't know. That's that's a cork sniffing thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known. Nice Kramers. Who is this? Kevin Bethel. We got. Oh, my phone number's on the screen. That's why everybody's sending pictures in. Nice Kramers, dude. And I got one right in here. Pretty cool. Very cool setup, man.
What, Lemmy? Yeah, you're getting awful pushy.
Sorry, I got sent something. I had to look. I had to see. What the hell is this? Something with spiders? Don't send me something with spiders. Are you nuts? What? Love if everybody's checking their phones right now.
Yeah, we want to see if Johnny can carry the show.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, can you carry the show?
Yes.
All right.
Leave a thumbs up,
leave a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll be on TikTok later playing Grand Theft Auto.
Huh? TikTok.
Yeah. I can't go live on TikTok yet. You have to have 1,000 subs over there. I only have like 170.
All right. Well, if you can go and subscribe to the channel so that I can get up to 1,000 so I can go on TikTok.
So I can go live. Dude,
I got nothing.
Speaking of TikTok, I don't know if you guys are even on there. There's a lot of funny stuff on there, but a lot of the live stuff, like people that are on there, their live stuff isn't very good. But their what do you call it? Their pre-recorded stuff is excellent. Because that's what it's all about, is pre-recording the stuff and doing all kinds of effects and this.
Yeah, yeah, like satellite radio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thing. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, James Stewart.
And also with the Black Album snare drum and stuff like that, there's definitely something else going on. It's a Bob Rock production. So he has, whether it's a sample or whatever, that makes those snare drums sound like a Bob Rock recording. You know, when you hear the snare drum by itself, like on whether it's the videos that they've done or even some of the pre-production, because the 30th anniversary Black Album came out yesterday, the 10th. So there's a lot of like rehearsal or pre-production mixes that they've included in the deluxe edition. Mm-hmm. And that snare drum isn't there yet. It's snare drum sounds good, but it's not the Bob Rock snare drum yet. It doesn't have that extra, snap and just, almost like paper, like the Tommy Lee one from Dr. Feelgood, the one from the first Kingdom Come record.
Yeah, they do have that. It's a deep reverb, and it sounds like you're basically hitting a wet paper bag.
Yeah, it has that on top of it, and it's almost whether it's he had his own sample that he, would mix in with it or whatever back then. But
what, Lemmy?
So if you want that snare drum sound, good luck.
In the category of most unnecessary remaster in the history of remasters, the Black Album.
I disagree. It's always
why. What did it need? What needed to be done to it?
It just needed the volume pumped up a little bit. It's the mix is phenomenal. It's one of the best productions ever as far as heavy metal.
Yes. Yeah, there was not much you can do to that record.
Yeah.
the volume wars are
it just needed to be. Well, it's even the remaster it's not that loud, but it just needed to be brought up to like modern, I guess, standards as far as, you know, because if you have it on mix or something like a mix, a playlist or something, when that comes on, it's like, shit, man, what the hell, you know?
Yeah, but they all do that. I mean, every band has that issue.
Yeah.
Unless you buy a box set, like I have the Korn catalog. I have the first 5 albums are part of that, you know, original album series. So you know that all the volumes are going to be leveled, you know. In that situation, or free. Lemmy took the ball and now she's going outside. I think that's my cue to get her out before that tail goes up. I'll be right back. Good luck, Jay.
Thanks, Paul. Keith Campbell wants to know, is a Wolfgang bass coming out?
Maybe. The guy. So I don't
come on, John. Name. You know it is.
Well, probably, yeah. Let me just change this over so this makes sense. It probably is it that one? Yeah. I would say yes, probably. But the guy that plays in the Mammoth Band, he's playing one.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody asked him and on Twitter or somewhere, and he's like, tell the company you want to see one of these. So he was making it sound like there isn't.
No, I think they just want to get more people, you know,
talking about them.
Yeah, exactly. Actually calling and say, hey, I'm interested in this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got.
I would love one.
It's got to come out. If they made a, you know, I hope he makes a 4 and a 5 or something like that. You know, just a couple. Like I said, I just like companies that give options for different models. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whether it's different options in like the top end model,
mm-hmm.
or even like the middle or lower models where they're a little, you know, similar but different, but similar enough where they're all good.
Well, it's just, to me, I understand why companies do some things. You know, obviously I don't understand why they do some things because I'm not in there crunching numbers and stuff for them. But it's weird that, like for instance, the EVH, the Wolfgang line, right? When you go into the standards, there's so many different finishes, and I get it because those beautiful finishes that they have, it's just a veneer. It's not the wood, you know, it's not a thick maple cap on these things. And, you know, so I get why they're able to have a bunch of different finishes on the lower line. But again, mm-hmm. you know, if you're spending, you know, $3,000 on a guitar, you'd like some options, you know, like, hey, well, this finish is cool, but I want something different, a different, you know, like I said, a fretboard, different wood on the fretboard instead of rosewood. Well, maybe I want maple, or maybe I want ebony or roasted maple. You know, there's some couple different things that, you know, especially for a high-end guitar. So.
Yeah, that's great stuff. And hardwood stakes. I see you, man. I see you. I love Walking on the Moon and how his snare, speaking of snare drums, is hit only one time in the song.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, the main part really is like just, you know, it's very sparse, and then you have the delays, the delays on there, which was something that Stuart Copeland in The Police, that was really, really cool that he did, especially live. Was he would have he'd have his drums running through Echoplex tape machines, and so you'd get a lot of like different delays and echoes and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, when I was talking to my brother about something like this last night, actually, you know, we're talking about he was talking about Def Leppard, you know, Hysteria. He was watching some kind of documentary on it.
Mm-hmm.
And just hearing what they did in the studio to get certain effects or different things, you know, and I was telling him, like, dude, it's weird because you look back, you know, nowadays it's so easy. If you have any kind of thought in your head of what you want something to sound like, a plugin does it. and it's easy to get there. You know, there's so many presets for all this stuff. Even you don't even have to like do it yourself. You just find a preset that does it and tweak it or whatever. Back then, man, those guys had to like, you know, run 2 different tape machines, one backwards, flip the thing over, run a reverse, and all these different things that, you know, they had to think about how to do it. Like, how can we get that kind of sound? And it would take them hours, sometimes days, to get a certain sound that they wanted to get it right.
They had
so
to,
easy, you know?
They had to invent that stuff.
Yes.
The keyboard sound for Jump, they invented that. Eddie and Don invented that actual sound. That wasn't a preset sound. And Matthew is sending me a message saying he saw Sammy and Mike play at the Choctaw Casino in Oklahoma last night. Great show. That's awesome, man.
Cool.
So they're still on tour, I guess.
Yeah.
That's cool.
How's Sammy's voice hanging in there? Was it good?
There's probably some stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
I would think.
Mike Rogers says Hysteria is great, but I love High and Dry and Pyromania. You know, Pyromania used to be my favorite Def Leppard album, but I'd say over the past maybe 8 years or so, 8-9 years, Hysteria has taken it just because because of the production. You know, I'm never really a fan of rock music with electronic drums, but you know, every band I think has an album that this is my personal take on the thing, right? Bands that have a lot of albums, there's always one album that I think is their sound. Like if they would have stuck, you know, you don't want it to sound exactly the same on every record, but you know, there's an album from every band that I think that everybody has, like, you know, that sound they had on that album, that's their sound, you know? And I think Def Leppard, Hysteria, it's perfect. Like that's the sound that band, like, you know, it's a signature sound for them, electronic drums and all, you know?
Yeah. I think for me with Def Leppard, Hysteria was the top, and then everything after that, I kind of just.
Well, yeah, after Hysteria, when they came out with, what was the one, Adrenalize or something? Like, that album it's so radio poppy and corny and like cheesy. There might have been like one song on there I was like, hell yeah, because Hysteria, obviously they wrote every single one of those songs with radio in mind, but it still had the edge to it. It still had a little bit of, I hate saying it, but just, you know, like that rock energy, that you know, whatever. And after that, it was just like super cornball, you know.
Well, that was the height of MTV too. Was when Def Leppard Hysteria was. I mean, that was the top. That was the top of Def Leppard. That was the top of MTV. That was the top of that genre, right, Matthew? Matthew was saying Sammy said they are recording a new album in Nashville right now.
Oh,
The Circle. That's cool. Looking forward to that, man.
TC Sewell says Pyromania is his favorite. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue. Like, I can't say it's, you know, if I hated Pyromania, that'd be a different story, but I love Pyromania as well. So I can't argue, you know, that it's great as well. But, you know, everybody's got their favorite. You know, it's one of those albums too where I wouldn't change a thing about it. You know, there's always albums you hear like, oh, they should have turned that one guitar part up, or oh, the vocal's too loud on this section or whatever. Hysteria, front to back, the production is flawless. Everything, you can hear every little detail with everything.
Well, that's because I mean, let's face it, Mutt Lange was not screwing around there. He did the exact same thing to Def Leppard that he did to AC/DC on Back in Black. He basically said, not good enough, do it again. Yeah. Not good enough, do it again. You know, and it's essentially what Bob Rock did to Metallica, and it's what every good producer does. Bob Ezrin does it with Deep Purple. That's why the last couple of Deep Purple records have been so damn good, is because a good producer, a Bob Rock, a Mutt Lange, a Bob Ezrin, you know, and Andy Johns, you know, some of those guys will go in there and say, hey, not good enough. And you got to have a lot of balls. Rick Rubin, you got to have a lot of balls to look up at a guy like James Hetfield and say, not good enough, do it again.
Yep.
You know, and you're high, you know, you as an artist are hiring that guy to do that.
Exactly.
So it really is, it's a clash of egos. It really is a clash of egos. And you really have to, if you're an artist and you really trust that person is going to give you the best, and that's what you're paying them for, to get the best out of you. That's what you're paying them to do. It's like a coach. You know, nobody wants to play for Bill Parcells. Nobody wants to play for Bill Belichick. Nobody wants to play until you get that ring. And you realize those guys, you might hate their guts, but in the end, the result is a win. So,
yeah.
Martin Birch is another great example. And look, I think that for what it's worth, I loved what Fleming Rasmussen did for Metallica, but they were going to be a great metal band like Anthrax, like Megadeth, like Slayer. They would never have surpassed those bands if they hadn't gone with a different producer.
Oh, I 100% agree.
Bob Rock,
they would never have crossed over to superstardom.
No, I mean, and by the way, Bob Rock, when you go down the list of bands that he did, you know, that Kingdom Come record is a Bob Rock record. Sonic Temple from the Cult is a Bob Rock record. Dr. Feelgood is a Bob Rock record. You know, it's not a shocker that these big, massive records.
He did Bon Jovi too, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good. You know, him, Templeman obviously had a better touch in the 70s than he did in the 80s. Who's the guy, the Canadian that passed? Bruce Fairburne. Bruce Fairburne did amazing production work. I mean, there are some of these guys that just Bob Ezrin. There's a handful of guys that, you know, when Mac Reinhold would do stuff, or
thank you, James G.
Who did the guy that did all the Queen and Cars records. You know, those guys are phenomenal. Terry Brown had a moment as well. Terry Brown did a lot better with Rush than he did with Pantera, although he did pretty good with Pantera.
Yeah. No, what about Terry? Wait, Terry Date was
Terry Date. I'm sorry, Terry Date is Pantera. I apologize.
No, but you're right. Well, you watched the first the DVD, the first one, Year in the Life of Metallica, year and a half in the life of Metallica. You know, Bob Rock isn't letting those guys get away with anything. You know, and he's telling Lars, you know, no, the drums are too loud. You know, it's like talking about the beginning of Unforgiven. You got the acoustic guitar, the clean guitar, and then the drums come in. Bah! He's like, no. So I turned the guitars up because the toms were too, and Lars just like throwing a fit almost. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's because nobody can tell Lars that he's wrong. That he's wrong. Yeah.
You know, but you can't argue like you talked about. When you're working with guys like that, or in sports, when the final product is the final product, you can't argue with it. It's like, shit, he was right, you know?
It's funny, Hellstorm brings up that Mutt Lange never worked with Tesla. Tesla did great. You know, Thompson and Barbiero do a great job with Tesla. You know, those guys are great at mixing records. And Tesla has a good, they know what their sound is. There's not really much you can do with them. You know, look what happened when Phil Collin produced a Tesla record. It sounded too much like Def Leppard. So
which
you
one
do
did
have
he
to
produce?
Just the last one, the most recent one.
Oh, wow. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. It sounds like a Def Leppard record.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's very polished, but Tesla is not a polished band. You know, there's Tesla reminds me of Free and Bad Company and early Foreigner. There's a little bit of an edge to it. Faces, you know, there's a little bit of a rough around the edges feel to it. And when you polish that a little bit too much, it doesn't work.
Now, is it just the sound, or is the music kind of
it's not as edgy. I think he took a little bit of the edge off the band. And sorry, I'm just looking up if he wrote any songs on it. I don't think he wrote any songs on it. The record is called Shock, by the way.
I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, I don't know that he wrote. I don't know how much he wrote on it. I'm trying to find out right now. It just says producer Phil Collin.
Has he produced any other bands?
I don't think so. Oh, he co-wrote the record, so yeah. That
oh wow!
Yeah,
so
that explains why.
Well, there you go. So
Yeah.
of course it's going to sound like a little like Def Leppard, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's face it, the Def Leppard and Tesla have been tour mates for 30 years. I mean, they went out, the Def Leppard took Tesla out, I think, on Hysteria early on. So.
Yeah. Sharon. Yeah. Templeman. Ted Templeman. If it wasn't for him, the first Van Halen album wouldn't be what it was. Actually,
I agree with that.
The classic 6-pack, as they call them.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the same.
To answer, I forget who did it. Craven Soda asked who produced the first Lynch Mob record. I want to say it's Max Norman, who did some Ozzy records, and I think he also did some Priest records. Oh, Megadeth. All right.
Megadeth too,
yeah. Max Norman, who's also another one of those guys that can get a great sound out of a band, get a good edge, bring an edge to it.
Oh, that first Lynch Mob record just is masterfully mixed.
I think that is the best record George Lynch has made in his career.
I agree.
I think Wicked Sensation is a phenomenal record. She's So Evil is fantastic. River of Love is fantastic.
Child, holy crap!
I mean, just what a great record. Yeah. Sweet Sister Mercy is great. I love She's Evil, but She's Mine. I mean, you know,
you go basically front to back on that thing. Rain,
pretty much, yeah. And it's well sequenced too.
Yeah,
like the first 6 songs is as good a half dozen songs has ever been sequenced on a hard rock record.
I didn't give it a thumbs up tonight. Holy crap!
Well, you've done everything else. Why not give it a thumbs up?
Oh my god! So now I gave it a 1. All right, let me answer that question.
I got nothing.
Leave a thumbs up or smash that thumbs. There we go.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't checked out that first Lynch Mob record, man.
I had it because somebody gave it to me.
You don't say.
Record.
The DJ I used to hang out with gave me. He was closing up the stage. He was getting off the air, and he's like, "Grab whatever you want out of the tape closet, cassettes." And I grabbed a whole bunch of tapes, and that was one of them.
So you stole, is what you're saying?
He offered. He's like, "Hey, take whatever you want."
Yeah, Wayno, I would say Tesla live is a better band than Def Leppard live. I'm not a huge fan of Def Leppard live. I think they are much better in the studio than they've ever been live. It's a great show, but I don't think their performances live are all that fantastic.
Well, I mean, when you're sorry, go ahead, Johnny.
Do you think that means they're a little too doctored up in the studios?
I think some bands are just better studio bands than they are live bands. I don't know that they're too doctored up. I just think that I don't think that the polish of
doesn't
translate live. Yeah, I think it's like the Cars. The Cars sounded great in the studio and they were awful live.
But yeah, because Def Leppard, they have so many like special effects going on in their songs.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Elliott is another one of those guys that sings falsetto and his voice is a little strained and he howls a little bit and you can hear, like Bon Jovi, they've got to pump him pretty hard through the PA for him to cut through the mix.
Backstage, they pump. Never mind.
Some of those guys are, some of those guys that sing like that over a time period. If you even go back and listen to some of the remastered or expanded versions of Hysteria and Pyromania have live albums on the second disc, live tracks, and you can hear Joe Elliott's voice get progressively weaker as they go on. And then they put out that box set of the early years, that 79 through 81, when they were starting to come out and we're doing Get Your Rocks Off and the On Through the Night and the Def Leppard EP and stuff. They were much more aggressive and Joe Elliott's voice was much more jagged than it is. They polished. I mean, look, Mutt Lange polished them up, made them fantastic, mainstream rock artists. Def Leppard became Journey when Mutt Lange got a hold of them, and that's not a bad thing.
No, not a bad thing at all.
Because Journey may be the greatest corporate rock band in the history of corporate rock. Journey writes songs that are just rocking enough for guys. There's just enough guitar in there. There's just enough drums with Steve Smith. There's just enough energy in a Journey song, and yet the hooks and the vocals are, for the chicks, they are the perfect balance of what a corporate rock band should sound like.
I'm reading comments, man. The Pen 15 pump. Craven soda.
By the way, everybody that's watching this, where are you watching from? Our number just jumped up. We're up to 115. Well, now it's down to 112.
Then we're talking about Pen 15.
But we got a bunch of people like all of a sudden. Where are you guys watching from?
And don't say your computer.
Yeah.
Or YouTube. Don't
on
say
my phone on the
YouTube.
toilet. Are you watching on YouTube? Are you watching? Well, I can see the numbers. I can see the difference actually. 8, 9. All right. But are you guys watching on Facebook? Are you watching on Johnny Beane TV Facebook page or the Van Halen group? Because I'm telling you, using StreamYard and trying to do like this type of show within a Facebook group is impossible because Facebook blocks the feed.
And for those of you just joining, have you ever returned a guitar? And if so, which one? Which guitar? Because I've returned more guitars than I own.
I don't think I've ever returned a guitar, but I've sold them. I will tell you, I bought back a couple of guitars that I've let go of. Like I bought back that Gem 505 from Dane. I bought back my
at the same price, the Dane.
Oh no, I got the same price.
Okay.
But I think he ended up ahead because I think what I bought was, you know what I mean? Like what I originally gave it to him for, probably got more value for it or something like that. You know what I mean? But in the end, it's a wash. In other words, like I paid him. Yeah, it's a push. Yeah. It's no, may I push in your stool? I also bought back my Explorer 120 from a guy that I traded him that and some cash for a Gibson 57 gold top reissue. And then I realized I missed my Explorer a lot. So I talked the guy into selling it back to me for like $1,200.
Mm-hmm. Is there a huge turnaround in guitars at Zim's? Like if you trade a guitar back, like if you go in there like a month later, is it still there?
Sometimes, depends on the guitar, depends on, that's one of the great things about Zim's is if you like certain kinds of guitars, he's going to have those on the wall for a while. Like if you're specific into, like he had one of those, 32 fret Ibanez on the wall for like 3 years. The blue ones with the cutaway that goes down almost 2/3 the way into the body of the guitar. But then somebody comes in and that's the guitar they're looking for. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Telecasters tend to go in and out pretty quick. What?
In and out.
Telecasters go in and out pretty quick. Whenever he gets a Les Paul, he calls me to see if I want it first, which is cool. I appreciate it. Sometimes I buy him, sometimes I don't. I gave up on he had a 76 Norland that it didn't make sense for me. He was too deep in it. The number wasn't what I wanted, but he got his money back on it. So good for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
I've never returned a guitar though. I don't think. Oh no, I take that back. I did return my Frankenstrat.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, my Frankenstrat.
Listen, I'm very particular. There's certain things that need to be right. And it's not just with guitars, everybody.
Like when you go out to eat, you get the same thing every time.
Pretty much, yes. Pretty
well,
much.
No, I mean there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
no,
we make We make our somebody's muted. Am I muted?
No.
Is it me?
No.
Hello?
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 Muted? How do we?
Everybody's muted.
Johnny, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. We hear you. I think he chewed your
Johnny's
cable
muted.
out. He chewed your cable out of your thing.
Jump out and jump back in. Paul. He can't hear
There
me.
you. No, now you're muted. What?
No, I still have my Frankie, Jeff Davidson.
In the chat, can you hear Paul say yes or no in the chat?
I cannot.
I can.
I have no idea what's going on. It's all
No,
muted.
we hear you, but you can't hear us.
Can you guys hear me?
No.
I can.
Huh.
I can hear Paul.
No.
Weird.
In the chat, can you hear Paul right now? In the chat. And leave a thumbs up if you can or can't.
Metal Mike, I bought a Jason Richardson 7-string as well. Returned it.
I've never
I'll be right
returned a guitar. I think his dog chewed through his cable.
I just think he had his internet was doing some weird stuff a few minutes ago. So I think something must have happened with his feed or connection or something like that. He'll be back. We'll be back. But no, I just think when you're spending that much money on a guitar, oh, you son of a gun, Caleb.
Caleb, are you watching this? My stomach's killing me too.
Uh-oh. Got some California bug.
Yeah. Paul's gone. Caleb's not showing up. John Beale quit.
Yeah. Just kind of took off. And John Beale wanted to be a movie star.
So leave a thumbs up now while you can. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe to. Well, you have to subscribe to be able to talk in the chat. That's one thing. I've never returned a guitar.
All right, so who should I heard somebody mentioned this before, and now T. Soquel says build your own shit. What company should I go through to build a guitar?
I would think you would want to go through your favorite company.
I'm not an artist anymore with Ibanez, so I can't. They won't build me anything.
Do they have a custom shop where you can?
If you're an artist, you get the LA custom shop. But I'm not an artist, so.
Well, you should be.
Yeah, yeah.
So the two things I want for Christmas this year is for somebody to send a pizza to Dane's during open hours, and to get Jay back on Ibanez.
Oh my God,
that's all I want for Christmas.
Thank you.
So let's please make that happen and leave a thumbs up and stop leaving these. We know who you are.
Yeah, we do.
We do. We know who you are. It's not funny anymore.
Oh, PP Burns says Weasel makes some great custom guitars. Yeah. Yeah. If you like shit. if you like never mind. I was gonna go hard in the paint, but I'm not going to.
No. Dude, you never know what'll happen tomorrow. You know, you might get a phone call. Jay, we're so sorry. Come play guitars with us. We'll make you whatever you want.
Nope. I would never.
Even if that happened?
No.
Think about it.
Nope. No, I'm the type of. Go ahead. What?
Well, Jay, we'll put you on the cover of our catalog. Well, at the NAMM show, your face will be this big.
The only way I would do that is if I was a real son of a bitch. I would do it, and then while I'm up there, be like, "These guitars are crap."
So you would do it. You'd put out #1 records. You would be the top of you'd be the next Joe Satriani, you know, and then you're at the Grammys, you know, doing whatever. And then, you know, one day you come out you know what? This stuff stinks, and you
Yep.
throw it down, and you
every album that you think I was playing one of these, I was actually playing something else. You know. Upside Down says, "What if Carvin started making guitars again?" All right, how about this, Johnny? The only way I would play those guitars.
Wait a minute, Upside Down, dude. I haven't seen you in here in like 5 years.
That's been a while.
Where have you been? And welcome back.
The only way I would play those guitars again is if that scumbag.
Point. He's not. You're pointing towards me, but
no, I'm pointing just in general. If he wasn't running the company anymore,
well,
that's the only way.
You never know.
And if his name wasn't on it, yes, Gary or G.
So for whatever reason, my StreamYard is defaulting to the stereo mix on my computer.
Can you hear him?
What?
I think Paul's talking to us, but
yeah. Now you guys are working me.
it's a work. Is it a work or a shoot?
Yeah, he's working me.
Paul, can you hear Jay? I can't hear.
It's all good.
John Biel, we miss you so much.
All right, so what companies should I try? Somebody mentioned it before.
We need to have the John Biel icon in here in honor of John Biel. There he is.
I have an EVH. I have two EVH guitars. I have a Wolfgang and the Frankie.
You should have a lot more. Those
well,
are my
if they made a 7-string, I would get one. Let's see. Now, somebody mentioned a company before, I guess, that makes custom guitars. Well, there was the Warmouth one. Shad at Iconic Guitars. That's what Randy Price said. Let me peep Iconic Guitars real quick.
Warmouth is totally custom, man. They've been doing that for decades. Warmouth stuff. It's great stuff.
Do they make a 7-string?
Probably.
Iconic.
Well, they're known for parts, for bodies and necks, and I'm sure. Let's look it up.
Yeah, let's look it up.
This is a guitar show.
Oh, now we're talking about guitars.
This might be the most we've talked about guitars on any Saturday show. Iconic guitar, right? Popped right up. Unparalleled tone, unsurpassed quality, guitars and bathed, handcrafted in Carlsbad, California.
Oh, I think I'm saying Carl's backyard.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh my gosh.
Well, not with the gold, but I'm in with the hot pink.
Where is that? I want to show that.
Oh, it's not gold, is it? My eyes are going, man. I can't see close up anymore.
Where is that?
Iconic Guitars on Instagram. Come on with the.
Oh, on Instagram? Oh wait, it's probably on the regular page.
See, I'd play that. I mean, I would need a 2 pickups and a Floyd or a Schaller now with the awesome how awesome those feel.
I gotta show that. Oh, they got some.
Yeah, I dig that. I dig those. I mean, I probably wouldn't order a guitar with those colors, but that's cool that they make off-kilter colors with that weird green.
BRB.
What does that mean?
It means
I know. Oh. I think I soiled myself. So he's digging the hot pink. But where are the 7s? Any 7s here? Is this a 7? No. That's a cool one. Look at that. Look at that flame maple roasted neck, Paul.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's a fad.
My God, I'm getting 1,000 messages here at once here. Yes, Mike Cheever just messaged me the comparison 7-string Dellinger, but it's got an ebony fretboard. Look at this! Holy cow! I'm underwater.
Yep, that's nice.
I own one guitar with an ebony fretboard. It's a Wolfgang, and I don't want to own any other guitars with an ebony fretboard. Let's see. Ooh, this is nice too. Look at this. Look at the finish on this one, Paul.
It's weird. Is that bound? Or is
I don't know if it's bound.
That's just the way it's sprayed.
Yeah, I think so.
That's interesting. I wonder if they mask it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have no idea. They got some relic stuff, which is cool.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on their site now. I was looking. I'll just go ahead and show. I was looking for what you were looking at, but I couldn't find it.
I'll follow them. See what's happening here. But and what else was let's look at the Warmouth stuff and see if they make any 7-string stuff. Was that Halo? Somebody mentioned Halo something?
Warmouth makes parts. So you would have to order the parts and have the thing put together somewhere. I don't know if they build like entire guitars. Share. Iconic.
Is this a I hate thing? It says said I hate my Marshall JCM 900. I hate pickups that are wired. What's going on here? I hate pickups without rings. Kevin Bethel, what's up, Kevin? What is that? Mayones? What is that company? They don't have any guitars with Floyds on them. Or double locking, I should say. It's all the I don't want that. Every guitar I've tried that doesn't have a locking nut with any kind of trim does not stay in tune for me, and I can't stand it.
Where are Iconics made?
California.
It's interesting how many trademarks they're stepping on.
Oh yeah.
Well, the body's not the headstocks.
The headstocks are pretty close too.
Yeah.
I don't really like the headstocks. But look at that.
The headstocks are great because you can just hang them on the side of a counter.
Yeah.
looks like a coat hanger.
Oh, look at that fretboard. Woo. I like it. I like that. Just the fretboard though.
Yeah.
And the headstock.
I don't know about that headstock.
Well, I'm saying that the flame on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's busy.
The 2-point trims are fine unless you're die bombing, JR says. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I'm so used to, an Ibanez with, the low pro or the edge that just, they don't go out of tune. And I'm used to that. And to play something, I'm going to have to, fight or whatever. That's cool. I like the reverse headstock on that.
I've always liked the reverse headstock, but that right there is right off the Washburn, the Washburn headstock. I mean, that's literally what the Nuno headstock looks like.
Yeah,
I'll get it. I'll hang on.
Oh, see, you can't mention it, Paul.
Son of a bitch. If I say it three times, Nuno appears and Johnny goes away for the rest of the show. So
Well, just to let you know, I walked past him at the last NAMM show.
Oh, did you?
I didn't even say hi to him.
Did you show him the picture?
No. He didn't look very happy. He was walking by, he was looking down, and so I didn't even say hi or nothing.
Nuno he has a lot of Joe Perry in him in that way. He can be very temperamental.
Randy Price says they will build an Evo SD 7-string. Go back to that, Johnny, the Evo SD.
That right there? No, that was it. Go down. That's it right there.
Well, that's the limited. Go back up to I think it was the green, seafoam green one, Evo SD.
Oh, you like that real dark, huh?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't get the fretboard that dark. But click on that. Is there any other like?
To me, that just looks like a Kramer, man. It looks like a Kramer with a baked maple neck.
Well,
or
looking like a guitar is one thing,
or just get or the Charvel, man. Get a Charvel Soquel.
I want a 7-string, son of a gun. Johnny, click on the make it yours, or whatever the hell link that's below that, please.
Where is everybody coming from tonight? We're getting like tons of.
See where it says "Make it yours." Oh.
Okay, I'll fill it out.
Yeah.
How did you find us?
How did you find me?
Who actually talked about them? Somebody. Artists. Someday we'll see Jay Hannon on this list.
Imagine my name's already in there.
It isn't even open.
Make no mistake about it. Sweetwater has already forwarded your information to all of the other guys. Chicago Music Exchange, all those guys, they already know. Be on the lookout. Hannon, Jay, South Carolina address. I bet that. I wonder if they have a Deadpool at Sweetwater. How many days will Jay Hannon take to give this guitar back?
Well, this might be the record.
That would be my. I would do. See, if I worked there, that'd be the kind of asshole move I would make. I'd be like, hey guys, Hannon's buying a guitar. What's the over under? 4 days.
Wait, I know that guy.
Jay.
Well, I've never said his name before. Yeah.
Me neither. Yeah, I've seen a lot of his stuff. He's a huge Lynch fan.
Yeah, he does all his YouTube stuff is George Lynch.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That one's cool. The one he has there.
Yeah, I dig that. Just not that trem.
I hate covered humbuckers on a Super Strat.
Yeah, on that one I wouldn't have chosen, but hey, it's not my
That's
guitar.
part of the reason why I don't like the Pia. The covered humbuckers on that guitar, I think, are hideous.
They are. That's why I think literally a few months after they started selling them, they came out with you can buy them now with regular, looking like regular pickups as opposed to
I just think I think covered humbuckers on a Strat shaped guitar look terrible. It's just something about it.
I think they're awesome.
On a Strat shaped guitar?
Yeah, I think they're cool.
I think humbuckers to me just don't look right. The covered
they got to be naked.
Yeah, on a Strat, I think they do. I think they look good on an arch top, single cut. Paul Reed Smith or any of those single cut guitars that are doing it. Obviously the Les Paul, any of the jazz arch tops, any of the semi hollow bodies, the Gretches, things like that. But on a Strat shape, it just seems it's kind of like a Floyd on a Les Paul. It just seems it works, but it just seems like it doesn't fit.
Mm-hmm.
G Butchnoff says, whatever you do, Jay, get stainless. If I was going to custom order a guitar, I would definitely get stainless frets on it. Jay's on the red flag list. And James G says, yeah, no one's going to want to send Jay a guitar just so he can send it back.
By the way, I love Renus Pinkle. Jay and Paul have beef. No, Jay and Paul are good, man. Jay and Paul should be sharing beef ribs right now, man. I got munchies.
Treat stream.
I would love to have a burger right now, man. A nice Wendy's son of a Baconator right now.
That Carl's Jr. Game on.
I can go. It's
only
right now.
It's only 10 o'clock here. I can still go get food.
It's not even 10. Yeah, Dag is with you, man. Let's go, Carl's Jr.
Go through the drive-through.
Yeah,
guys, give me some greasy burgers.
Yeah, I want a burger right now.
Yeah.
Can you get a burger?
I didn't eat supper.
Randy, I just read it. I'll definitely check it out. That's the thing too, is like, the Peter North sauce. There you go, Renus.
I actually, Jay, you want to love this. I did my friend Scott owns a great record store here in town called Asylum Records. If you're into metal, like vinyl, he's your guy. Huge Kiss fan and stuff. But we were doing some sort of a thing, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to just pull a straight up Peter North throwing ropes at you. And he almost spit his soft drink out. He goes, what the hell does that mean? I'm like, you've never heard of throwing ropes?
Has he never heard of Peter North?
Yeah. Well, no, he knows who Peter North is. He's been in prison. Oh. Who's closest to a fast food restaurant, Johnny J or me? I am. I'm within walking distance of an IHOP.
Oh, Johnny, you son of a gun.
Yeah, walking distance?
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that there was a place in Northern California, Johnny? I don't know if they've renamed it, but I don't even know if it's still open anymore. It was in Davis called Murder Burger. Remember that place?
Yeah.
And they made them change the name to Red Rum Burger because the city thought it was bad that the place was called Murder Burger.
Yeah, you walk in there, Murder Burger. It's right there on campus or right
next. Yeah, it's by UC Davis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder Burger. Our favorite thing to do when I lived in Northern California was to go to Mel's Drive-In. And we played the penis game. And what you did was while you were ordering your food, you tried to work the word penis into everything, while you were talking, and it got progressively louder until a table noticed it. Another table noticed you saying it. So it'd be like, yeah, I'll have the egg omelet with penis and some hot fries with penis, and you got progressively louder until the next table over, like, so somebody like was having dinner with their family and they turn and look. And whoever said penis loud enough to get caught had to pay the bill. Can't drive 55. I think IHOP is fast food.
See, I don't know. I don't consider it.
Would you say Waffle House is fast food?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
If it doesn't have a drive-through, it's not fast food.
Yeah, no, I don't know that that's true though. Fast food, because now even when you go to McDonald's and Burger King and shit, they're like, all right, pull over there and we'll have somebody bring it out to you. Like there used to be a time when I used to work at Burger King when I was 15, you had to have the meal had to be out there within 1 minute and 20 seconds from the time they ordered it to the time it went to the window. Man. And you can't, I mean, that's just unreal. That's like when Domino's used to say, hey, we'll give you your pizza there in 30 minutes or it's free. They're like, nope, not doing that anymore.
Yep.
There's a lot of fast food places around here that don't even have drive-thrus.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, what? I mean, Subway's fast food, and they don't have drive-thrus.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Wait, what's going on?
I love Popeyes, man. Popeyes chicken's great. I got a Popeyes probably about a half mile away from me. That's the beautiful thing about living where I live. I'm in right on the edge of Mesa, Arizona, which is the largest city outside of Phoenix in the area. There's 600,000 people in Mesa. So like it's a major city, but I'm literally a third of a mile away from the city limits. So I can just drive up to the next intersection. Once I cross the intersection, it's fast food-orama. There's a fucking Popeyes there. I've got everything, man. I've got Burger King. I've got a Pizza Hut. There's a Greasy Spoon diner there. It's just Mesa's just a shithole of fast food and grease.
And true fast and restaurants.
I love Pizza Hut, man.
Oh, I can't do Pizza Hut. Only pizza that's worth a shit here in Phoenix is Ray's Famous, which is based out of New York originally.
Yeah. Oh, my stomach hurts.
Does that mean you're going to go away and just put the icon up and leave Jay and I to do the rest of the show together? I understand that's your modus operandi for the weekend. Actually, I thought it was cool. I think the book is going to be cool. I think it's interesting that people are waiting long enough before they put out their Eddie Van Halen book, so that doesn't seem very ghoulish. Oh, one of my dogs farted.
Hmm.
Holy
You
shit.
blaming the dog, huh?
Wow. Well, I think I know what happened. I gave
this dog chili tonight.
No, I gave Ace the farmer's dog for the first time. So he had fresh food, and anytime you change the diet on a German Shepherd, it takes 2 or 3 days for them to adjust.
Yeah, for the
he just floated a biscuit. I heard I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no. It's dog queef is what it is.
Yeah.
By the way, Dog Queef is my favorite band. I saw them at the Viper Room once.
The best is when the dog rips one, and they turn around and they smell it like, the hell was that?
Oh yeah. I've seen that happen. Lemmy has done that, and it's a very vocal one. So it wakes her up. She's sleeping, and then and then she looks over, takes a quick whiff, and then the head goes back down. She's like, "Fuck it."
Knockout.
I didn't shit myself. I'm good.
The knockout gas, man.
Yeah. Dog farts are funny.
Is there a Shake Shack in South Carolina? There, I think so. Maybe.
Is Shake Shack the same as Steak and Shake?
Oh, there's a Steak and Shake here.
Steak and Shake's great.
Shake Shack.
I've never been.
Do you guys have Culver's there?
I don't know what that is.
Then no. The answer is no.
Man. Yeah, I could go for my Johnny. Get those burgers off the goddamn screen, man.
No, it's cool because those burgers are very, very. Oh, look at that shitty one right there. Cheeseburger. Look, by the way, if that McDonald's, it says cheeseburger, 100% beef burger. If you have to tell people it's 100% beef, it's not 100% beef. Like if there's a question, if there's even a question that your burger might not be actual beef, don't eat there. Does 7-Eleven do hamburgers?
Dude, what is that?
I swear to God, that looks like Ace's dog food.
That looks gross. That doesn't even look good. And that's a doctored up picture to look nice, and it looks horrible.
I love the fact that the McDonald's cheeseburger has a piece of cheese in there that looks like plastic.
Yeah,
like it's not even close to being melted.
Well, that's what it is. When they do these pictures, that's fake. There's all kinds of
but usually they make it look really juicy and good. That looks like plastic.
There's nothing about that. That looks like a fake. That looks like a dog squeaky toy.
Wait, there we go. I fixed the number for you.
I thought it said the veg cheeseburger. Oh,
by the way,
the veg. I thought it was veg.
Vegetarian cheeseburgers. Stop it. Stop. Just go have a salad. Stop trying to pretend you're eating a hamburger. Stop. Just go eat a salad. Go eat your grass. Go be the lawnmower man. Stop it.
Upside down. Is someone about to show a guitar? We've talked about guitars for an hour and a half.
We showed a bunch of guitars. Yeah, we showed a bunch of guitars. Here, I'll show a guitar.
Oh, what's that, Paul? What's that guitar? I've never seen that one before.
I just showed it.
Is that a guitar?
I showed it. Showed it. It's been showed.
That looks so delicious.
Look at John Biel like, ooh, look at that.
Everybody, leave a thumbs up for John Biel tonight.
Really? You're gonna exploit the John Biel card to get thumbs up? You have no shame.
Well, because he's not here. It's his show.
I know. Yeah, but it was your show last night and you weren't here.
Oh my God.
I'm sure some people wish that was true.
No, it was true.
Hey, we got an unbagging to do, boys.
All right. Jay with the quick change of subject. What do you got, Jay?
See is Kurt still here?
Yeah, I don't think he was ever here.
He was.
That was brutal. Santa Cruz 3600. No John Biel mumbling in the show.
or cutting people off.
Holy shit.
Should I do it now?
Is John Biel out antiquing? No, he's taking another one of those romantic harbor cruises off the coast of Maine.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, now that's mean.
Well,
by the way, why are we sending a pizza to Zim's? He's closed.
That's automated.
Oh, you mean Nightbot's not a real thing?
Nightbot was here last night.
Somebody sent me a burger.
There might be a burger in there.
Yeah.
I hate those packages. Those are the biggest pain in the ass to open.
They are.
And then it rips open and you punch yourself in the face.
Oh.
What'd you get?
I got a...
Wow.
Is that a bootleg shirt or a real shirt? It's a Frozen shirt.
It's a shirt.
It's a Cobra Kai platoon shirt.
From the Never Escape Boys. Thank you very much. Kurt, 5150. Thank you so much.
Never escape.
I'm going to wear this proudly.
Yeah, you're going to have to send it back, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Kurt, send me your address so I can send it back to you.
By the way, Charles Green sent me some Colonel's popcorn. It's at the radio station. I can't get it till Monday.
Oh, no.
It showed up Friday afternoon.
Ned.
I could probably drive over there and get it now, but I'm lazy.
Yeah. Take us over there.
No. Actually, I could take you over there and show you. You should see, the radio station is pretty cool. We've got 2 AC/DC pinball machines. We've got shuffleboard, table shuffleboard with the sawdust on it. We got the coolest radio station in Phoenix. All the lights are symbols, Zildjian symbols with light bulbs underneath them.
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty cool.
Look who just walked in.
Ned. What?
Colonel's needs to make more dark chocolate raisins, Keith Campbell said. Are they out? Maybe they're out. I don't know. I'm still waiting for my order. He's sending everybody else stuff. Where's my stuff?
Did that fart smell enough to wake you up? Did that one wake you up, buddy? Hi.
I want that Sonic launches, that grilled cheese. That looks pretty good.
That does look pretty good.
Hi, buddy.
But again, it's fake. That's not a real picture.
Yeah.
No, it's a real picture. It's just not real cheese. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi. Do you smell like shit? Yes, you do.
And I was just licking my butt.
He's a good boy.
That's a hot mic now.
He's a good boy.
Somebody should make one of these with the dog fart sound, where it just goes. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, buddy.
How about this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. That macaroni and cheese stuffed cheeseburger looks great.
What's that? Is that spinach?
Where?
On the top of that thing.
Yeah.
Ew.
No.
What?
What's that dark green crap? On the top, like under the bun.
Right here.
And under the cheese. That's
right here.
Yeah, what is that? Seaweed?
The fuck is that? It just looks like shredded beef. Looks like
Oh.
It looks like shredded beef. Or is it mushrooms? Could be mushrooms.
Even worse.
Mushrooms are great on those.
That's disgusting.
What are those in the chat? Mold?
Might as well be.
Could be a frog. Looks like it could be a frog.
Yeah. I'll have to try a mac and cheese burger. Man, now
I'm super hungry now. You're an asshole, John.
Get it off.
Oh my goodness.
I may go fire up a Tina's burrito.
Oh, now you and your dog will be farting now.
Yeah.
Look at this. What the?
Oh my God.
Jalapeno cheeseburger. It's
Yeah,
like it's chicken cordon bleu cheeseburger.
No, that's like it's like a donut with filling, you know?
Like a Hall's cheeseburger.
Does anybody else like want to order food right now because of Johnny?
Yeah, treats. Let's order food.
Dude, it's 10 after 1 here.
White Castle's open.
There's not a White Castle here.
You guys don't have White Castle in South Carolina?
Not around me, there's not.
No.
Is there anything like it? Let's say if you like had to eat right now, is there anywhere you could go?
Yeah. There's well, the McDonald's by me is closed, but there's one in North Myrtle Beach, which is like, I don't know. If I got in the car right now, I'd be there in like 10 minutes. That one's open, I think 24 hours. Maybe? We're open till I forget. I don't know.
Let's call them.
Yeah, right now. Call them right there.
Dane.
Oh, maybe Dane got a pizza.
Dane, jump into the show so Johnny doesn't have to talk.
Oh yeah, Crystals. There's not one of those near me either. I mean, there might be one in Myrtle Beach or something. I don't know. I try not to go to Myrtle Beach very often anymore.
Why?
Too many people.
Wow, you've become a jaded Southerner.
Oh, dude, I don't like people anymore. I don't like going out. If I have to deal with any crowds or traffic, I don't want to do it.
I get it.
No thanks. There's a Waffle House. There's a Waffle House near me.
There's a Waffle House near me.
Yep.
And then, you know, there's always the carnicerias, you know, that are open everywhere.
The what?
Carniceria. Carniceria. It's a Mexican.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mexican kitchen.
Oh.
They you know, you get carne asada, shit like that. They have the like hot dog carts and stuff like that, except it's all carne asada and sausage and chorizo, and it's fucking disgusting, but it's the best thing in the world when you come out of a club at 2 a.m.
How would you eat that?
Eat what?
What's on the screen?
Well, it looks like in pieces.
Yeah.
Bacon wrapped macaroni and cheese on top of, you know what? Do they still do the chicken sandwich with chicken as the bread, the Kentucky Fried Chicken thing?
No, the double down.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, it's a double down. I'd ask John Bale normally. I don't know. I've never had one. They might. In the
I don't
chat,
know if Renus Pinkle, I don't know if we have Roberto's in Mesa. We've got every Erdos though. We've got Filiberto's, Rigoberto's, Rosaritos.
Oh, but do you have Umberto's?
Yes.
Yep, everywhere has a Umberto's.
Umberto.
Yep.
burritos.
Oh, we do have a chicken and waffles place. We have a Lolo's here. Keith Campbell. There's a Lolo's in downtown Gilbert, which is probably 2 miles from me.
And open?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because that downtown Gilbert area is like a bar, like an entertainment district. So those kitchens are open until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. That's what sucked when I worked at the Hard Rock in Boston. I used to bounce the Hard Rock Cafe because they need a bouncer. But we would shut the kitchen down at 1 o'clock. So if I could shut the kitchen down before 1 o'clock, like, try to dissuade people from ordering at any time after midnight, and they could get the kitchen cleaned up and shut it down, slow it down. At the end of the night, I'd get a big box of buffalo wings to take home with me. The kitchen they would try to, because if the kitchen's open, they would try to shut down half the kitchen and try to, so when people come, hey, are you guys still serving? I'm like, yeah, for a little while, but I don't know. I mean, you can go try. Oh no, we'll go somewhere else.
Waffle House gets a bad rap, but
Waffle House is good.
I dig it, man.
Waffle House is good, man. That's the waffles are great. The eggs are great. It's just
the burgers are good too.
No, Waffle House is the Walmart of breakfast places. It's not the food, it's the clientele. Waffle House is where the bros go.
Oh
and
yeah,
and the meth heads go. It's like going to a UFC fight. Waffle House, a guy's gonna walk in with an Ed Hardy shirt and a tribal tat and want to throw down.
Yeah, no,
because you're sitting in his seat.
Yeah. Man.
Renus Pinkle asked, what was my beef with the Frankie guitar? I didn't bond with it at all. It didn't feel appreciably better than any other guitar that I played. I've got the Wolfgang special that I got from Jay that I think plays every bit as good as the Frankie, if not better. It just didn't do anything for me.
Did you like the neck though?
Yeah, neck's good, but it's not that much better than the Ernie Ball or the PV. It's good. It's unfinished and it feels smooth and it feels played in, and that's great. But I don't think it feels better than this.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think it feels better than this guitar at all. Sorry. I think it's a good guitar. I don't think it's a good $2,000. I'm going to use the J response. It's for $1,800. I wanted it to be better. It just didn't work for me. People love it.
I feel the opposite way.
And that's great. Yeah. I mean, some people like some guitars and some people don't. That one just didn't work for me. It's cool. Did you really? Dane ordered another Frankie. Yeah, it's a $2,000. It's a $2,000 Charvel. See, I've got the Charvel Art Series, and those necks are great too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's a cool guitar. It just didn't bond with me. It's like, there's nothing wrong with the guitar that Jay's sending back, but he doesn't think it's a $3,000 guitar.
Yeah, it just doesn't,
it just doesn't work for him.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure it could have been just that one. It could have been just that one Frankie.
Could have been.
Because I've played, you go into any guitar shop, pick up 5 different Les Paul standards, and you might get 5 different feels, 5 different Strats, 5 different gems. Although the gems are pretty consistent. I can't really shit on the gem.
Mm-hmm. Well, it depends on the store. You walk into like a guitar center where the stuff gets trashed all day long.
Oh yeah, it gets beat up. Yeah,
nothing's gonna feel the same. Even 2 of the same guitars will feel different.
Yeah.
But and then there's high end shops where they won't even let you play anything. That stuff.
Unless you pull up driving a Ferrari or something, I mean, here's the thing though, is like it's not like I need another guitar right this second. You know what I mean? Like I have what I need. So it's no big deal.
False flag. Are you going there right now? Carl's Jr. False flag. Out here, there's 2 different restaurants with that same name. No, with 2 different names.
Same
Hardy's.
Yeah, there's a place called Hardy's, which is Carl's. It's the exact same thing.
Hardy's is east of the Mississippi.
Yeah, we have Hardy's here.
And you got the little star with the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the same exact. It's the same company.
That's Carl's Jr. It's the same.
Yeah.
Why did
Hardy's is for Carl's Jr. I forget what they call the burger, but in Hardy's I think it's the Superstar.
Well, why do they have 2 different names for the same restaurant?
They're owned by the same company. Kind of like Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's. They're owned by the same company. One bought the other one.
I just wonder why. I mean, I don't know. It's weird.
Well, there actually is. It actually talks about this, but false flag. Are you going there right now? What should he get?
I might have
I
to
don't
go to bed right now. I hit a wall about 5 minutes ago, and I can't. Yeah, look at me. I look like
What do we got? What do we got? 40 minutes left?
I can't do 40 minutes.
Oh,
man.
we can call it.
Well, you guys can still rock.
Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. There you go. So it
What's
looks like
green?
looks like
There's more Hardee's than Carl's Jr.
There's more Hardee's. Yeah, what is the green? Like nothing?
Probably both. Or nothing. Who knows? No, I think the gray is probably nothing up in the top right. That's probably nothing.
The gray they just eat raw moose.
Kevin Bethel says Carl's Jr. get the green burrito. I think.
That doesn't sound appetizing at all.
It's Carl's Jr. Are you going there right now, false flag?
What is Food Line? Food Line is a food store. We have those here.
They're big in the Southeast.
Thank you, Steve Carmichael.
Oh. All right, I gotta go, boys. I'm beat.
We can call it. That's cool.
What, John? You don't want to hang out with me for...
I know, right? I was just thinking the same thing.
What the fuck? Wow.
I don't want to ruin it for everybody.
No, that's fine.
I'm splitting.
No, it's over. Show's over.
You have Hardee's in Pennsylvania?
Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Jay's leaving. Show's over.
So I'll let everybody know what happens when I call up Monday and tell them to take this thing back.
Oh my. Wait a minute. Who is this? Oh, somebody says they've made this meatloaf before. You guys got to see this.
Oh, no.
Jay, before you leave, you got to look at this meatloaf, man. Oh, my God.
Am I going to want it or am I going to throw up? What is that? Is that ketchup?
Wait a minute.
They got bacon over the top? What the fuck is going on there? Jesus Christ.
Holy crap.
That is disgusting.
Damn. Mutant meatloaf, William De Silva says.
Wait a minute.
Or Majestic says diarrhea loaf. There you go. Oh my God.
Johnny, why do you find that so amusing?
Because it's just so weird.
Is that like raw bacon it's wrapped with too? Bacon needs to be crispy, man. I don't know. This stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Not quite burnt.
Jay, are you still hungry?
But no. But you have to be able to pick bacon. You have to be able to pick bacon up, and it's got to be rock hard like Peter North.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
So we talked about guitars and then we talked about food. That's like the two segments of the show tonight.
That's our lives.
Yeah. Speaking of fast food, before I go, speaking of fast food and bacon, right?
Hey, Janice, just
the last time I had a son of a baconator from Wendy's, it was about, I want to say like 2.5 months ago was the last time we had Wendy's. And I was pumped for it. And we get in the car, we're driving away. You know, Jeannie's cool. She's in the passenger seat. She like prepares all my food while I'm driving. She'll like, you know, get the burger out, put the fries either like on the near the like speedometer or in the center console, get the soda, put the straw, all that stuff, right? And I just remember the first bite I took, just that floppy, like not cooked bacon. And I pulled all the bacon out, threw it in the bag, and I was like, doesn't that suck when you get a burger? It's not like I asked for bacon on a plain burger or something. No.
This is fast food?
It's Wendy's.
Fast food bacon is never crispy because they microwave it. They take it out of it.
Sometimes it's still good, you know. But this time it was like almost like they just took it out of the packaging and put it on the burger.
Well, you and I both know, Jay, the quote from the great Leo Getz. They fuck you at the drive-thru. They fuck you at the drive-thru. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I saw that movie.
Leo Getz. Whatever everybody wants. Leo Getz. They fuck you at the drive-thru.
Oh, and the employees pissing the iced tea, huh?
Great. That's lovely then.
And you always get your Coca-Cola with, you tell them, light on the ice. That's it. You got it. Otherwise, they fill the whole damn cup with ice.
Yeah.
And you get like this much soda in it. Light on the ice, and yeah.
But even light on the ice.
Light on the ice,
then.
In 1999.
1999. Never Pepsi.
Never a sip.
Never sip.
Wow. So false flag, you're getting the big Carl?
The big Carl.
The hot Carl.
The hot Carl. There you
the
go.
Big and hot Carl. The hot big Carl.
You know what? I guess I'm not going to make the 40 minutes because Lemmy needs to go out.
Yeah.
So this will be my tap.
All right, yeah, I'm going to go.
This is my tap out.
Good night, Paul.
Good night, everybody.
I'll see you guys later.
Good night, man. All right. False flag. You're getting the big Carl. Awesome, man. Congratulations. Enjoy that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't leave. Well, leave eventually, but smash that thumbs. We got 71 thumbs. Leave some thumbs, please. We'll see you. I don't know. I'll see you, Jay. I don't know about tomorrow night. But anyway, tomorrow night
I'll try.
The what do you call it? We'll be here. Where's the thing? The Sunday night string change show. Tomorrow night, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. What is that? 9? Yeah, but 9 o'clock Pacific, midnight Eastern. We'll be on. And yeah, we may be moving that show a little earlier, maybe possibly too, because maybe that'll help.
Well, that would definitely help.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, channel members. Thank you for all your support. John BL, we missed you. We'll see you next time.
Maybe.
Hopefully. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. All right. Watch another video. Watch last night's show if you missed it. Watch it. You'll love it.
Good night, everybody. I'm about to fall asleep.
All right.
Johnny
Beane.
I'm
John
splitting
TV.
now. I'm
Okay.
splitting now.
All right.
All right,
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Watch another video.